Well, sorry for the delay, everybody. We were delayed a little bit because I was having trouble with my encoder. Yeah, I think everything's up and running. Yeah, there we go. Greetings, everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome to Friday Night Flights. I am your host, Lazerbolt, and we've got a exciting Friday going on around here. We have a big group of people. We got some new, some old, and a lot of returners. We even have our buddy Kineas up in here. I just noticed him. It's alright. I was having a little trouble getting the stream up and running. I did some updates, but now everything seems to be fine. Right now, we are sitting in a little airport called Mopah in the southern end of New Guinea, and we're really close to Australia. So we're going to be heading to Australia here real soon. Our very first stop is going to be there. We're heading south. So yeah, for this Australian trip, I've switched paint jobs. I'm still in the C-130 Dirty 30 from Blackbird Simulations, but I'm using this awesome Air Force paint job. I like it a lot. It's pretty neat. And yeah, it looks like the whole gang is here. We're running a little bit behind schedule, but that's all fine and dandy. And yeah, just a good little comms check on everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, thank you, sir.
Glad it's Friday.
Do they have training wheels on this thing?
You got a lot of tires. How many training wheels do you need?
As many as I can get.
No,
All right,
with that
it
number.
appears everything is working good. People might notice our good buddy here, Coast, is with us tonight. Yeah, he's got his bird up and running, and yeah, should be a good time hanging out with the whole gang. We are running a little bit behind schedule tonight, though, so let's just run over the briefing real quick like here. Every leg we're going to fly tonight, let's go 10,000 feet. We're not going to need to go that high. There's no mountains in the way. Australia is relatively flat, especially the part we're heading to. We're going to end up tonight at a little place called Cooktown. That is where the famed explorer James Cook ran his ship aground up in the north of Australia. Basically, he hit a reef, and then he went into the natural harbor that was there and went up aground to try to repair his ship. And that's when he met the Aborigines, and there you go. There's big history in Australia. So anyway, we're going to end up in Cooktown tonight, and that should be a good time. I'm really relieved that everything's got sorted out at the last second here. And yeah, so count on that, everybody. We're going to be flying 10,000 feet on every leg. Try to maintain 250 knots. That should be possible. And that is the situation we got going on tonight. Let's see here. More info on what's happening. Okay. Our first stop is Injinoo. We've got a heading of 136 degrees. So count on that, 136 degrees to get us to Injinoo. That is our first stop. Alright, hopefully everybody is all set and up and running. And Coast, I know it's been a long time since you've flown, but yeah, if you got any questions, please shout them out, and we'll all get these birds up and running. I know how much you like that C-130, about as much as I do, and it's just great having you back with us, buddy. So, all that being said, it is time to get this show on the road. We're behind schedule. So, like I said, we're going to climb to 10,000 feet, turn right to a heading of 136, and try to maintain 250 knots. So hopefully everybody's ready to go. We've got our flaps all set. Make sure your parking brake is not on, and let's go ahead and get these birds up in the air, everybody. Lazerbolt is rolling. Alright. Boy, I'm glad I got that sorted out. I was thinking, ugh. All of a sudden it starts asking me for a stream key and stuff. I'm like, what? Where did I get that the first time? Ugh, I'm just going through all kinds of crap with YouTube and OBS. Got it sorted. It was pretty simple, but it took me longer than I wish it did. But it is Friday, and how's everybody doing? Yeah, Longhorn, last week we missed you, buddy. It's not very often we fly without you, but we missed you. How you been?
I've been doing good. I didn't think you guys would like wait around for me.
We wait a whole week.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I apologize in advance too. Anybody watching the stream, if these sound levels are a little more screwed up than normal. Just trying to get this thing all up and running.
I gotta reload. Everything froze on me here.
Oh no. Well, I tell you, this is a Friday 13th or what? All kinds of weird issues. Hopefully you don't have the same issue you had last week, Bob. That was odd with your, you had like a steering wheel problem where you couldn't get nothing going on there.
Yeah, I've been flying it a lot since then, and everything's been working. But today's the first time the whole sim just froze up on me now.
I see our buddy Captain Hopper says OBS is giving him heartburn lately too. Yeah, I did an update last week and I didn't like fully check it out, and that's what did it. The update it forgot my stream key. So anyway,
right,
Captain Hopper says sound is 5x5. I like hearing that. Thanks, buddy.
Well, I just got all orange gauges.
Oh no. Boy, oh boy.
So what was the fix for that? Getting completely out, and back in?
Yeah, yes, if you got orange gauges, yep, you'll have to go out and come back in.
You don't have to reset your computer, but you might have to restart the game entirely. Unfortunately, I think that thing that Bob had last week, he had to completely restart his computer. I'm not sure about that, but that might have fixed it. I suspect Bob said something about it earlier too, that it might be a driver issue that he had going on. Okay, I need to get my ass in gear here. Figure out how to go up to 10,000 feet. Oh boy.
Yeah, even the autopilot and none of that stuff is even working now. So, alright. I'm going to exit out of this and try it again.
Jeez, oh peace, hopefully everybody gets their stuff squared away. This is supposed to be a good relaxing time on these Fridays.
That is so weird that everyone's having problems.
Yeah, it is.
I can't take off.
Got your parking brakes on?
Negative. It just won't go above a certain RPM. That's it.
Really? Oh boy, oh boy.
Well, I'm right behind you, Coast. I see you. Although, maybe... Oh, there they go. My gauges just came on. Okay, so all I had to just do is restart the flight.
Okay, good news.
So I'm going to get this airborne, and then I'll reset up the controls.
Alright, we got our buddy Warthog Bert up here. We got Mia Scully joining us, Mr. Newbie joining us. We haven't seen our friend Mr. Newbie in a couple weeks either. How you been, Mister?
Been doing good. How you guys been?
Yeah, real good, real good.
Awesome, awesome.
Might be full of problems, but it's still a Friday hanging out with friends, you know?
Most definitely.
We've got our buddy Kineas down here, Kineas 2020. I've been following his streams the last couple weeks. He streams quite a bit, actually, almost every day. So, yeah, little does he know, I hop in and secretly watch the stream. And, yeah, I like what he's doing over there.
Yeah, I see you mowing the grass down there, Coast.
Alright, I think I finally got stable here. Make sure I'm going in the right direction. We are going in the right direction. Look at me doing it right. Good Lord. And yeah, we've been heading towards Australia for a long time, and here we are, boys and girls. Somebody mentioned earlier that it is actually here in Australia, it's like fall and stuff. If you look at the trees and everything around here, it's fall colors, which is kind of interesting. They're getting ready to have wintertime. And also somebody mentioned, I think it was Longhorn, or maybe it was Bob. Bob said that if you fly around Japan this time of year, they got all the cherry blossoms going, and that really sounds cool. Yep, Captain Hopper reminds us he's not into mowing grass. Wink, wink. I do like this new paint job I'm using, though. It looks rugged. It looks used. This old Air Force paint job. And I really like, it's kind of a subtle thing, but I just like how it has all the white boxes around everything. Your doors and everything are well marked. It just looks cool to me. I don't know. You can see all the panels and everything. Real nice. Unfortunately, I do not see what Kineas is in tonight. It's a VF-35. It appears blank to me. One reason probably I don't have that aircraft in my collection of airplanes. But I got the name tag up here, and I know he's joining us in spirit. Warthog bringing that, what is that, the A400? Oh no, that's that's a different one there. Where is that A400? No, it is that A400 cargo. I like that airplane too. That is a beast, and it takes a lot of work to keep that thing wrinkled. Oh, Kineas is in the, what's he got, the F-25. Right on, that thing ought to be able to keep up with us, no problem. Alrighty, let's see here. I'm going to get my navigation going like it ought to. Switch the CDI over to iNav 1. Get on course for the course. The legs tonight are slightly longer legs. Like you'll notice, this first one's 163 miles still. It was much more than that when we took off. But that's why we're going 10,000 feet, 250 knots. That should give us pretty close to a 300 ground speed, and that will get us there. So I'm turning to the right now and trying to intercept that flight path. Once that happens, we're Gucci. Oh, Kineas says he's in the F-35B. Okay. That sounds interesting. I'm not really sure what either one of those are. I'm sure it's nice. It's an airplane.
So you can't set this the legs settings once you're airborne?
No, because you're already past your first airport.
You can set the remaining.
Yeah, well,
I tried.
Well, just do the direct to. I forget what they call it here. What is it? Direct intercept. Do it that way. Use that button, and you don't need to put in the departure airport. Just the rest of the airports.
Yeah, because I tried putting in the first stop, and and then it asked me which Australia or Spain. Clicked on that, and then it just goes blank again. It's like dashes it.
Yeah, you're only allowed to do the legs when you're still on the ground for some reason. Well, it's just because that's basically the entire flight plan, including where you're taking off from. Okay. But so once you're in the air, you can just do that direct to thing. And the direct to works a little bit different. That first airport that you put in on the direct to, put it on the line near the bottom. It's right above where the letters appear when you type them in. You know what I mean? There's like a little dashed line there.
Yeah, I got.
You got to do it that way.
Because I've got three dashed lines to put it in, and so I clicked on the top one first.
Yeah.
And then right below it says discontinuity, and then I got two more blank dashed lines below it.
You notice way at the bottom there's like 5 squares, and it says direct to. Click that one.
Yeah.
Click that.
Yeah, that's one I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you only got to do that for the very first leg. After that, everything's good. Then you can just do it like normal by putting them one after another. I don't know why they do it that way, but that's how they do it for the direct to.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that seems to be working. Oh, so I gotta put the destination in here.
It did change my time of day. I'm going to change my time of day, so if I pause briefly, don't let that bother you.
There we go.
Let's see. It's going to have an awesome sunset about 18:30. Back up about 2.5 hours, and yeah, when we get to that last airport, it's going to be such a nice landing. All right, I can finally sit down and take a sip of my cocktail.
I've already finished my cocktail after all that stress.
Oh, my stress just went away. Like I said, once the stream started working, it's fine. It's one of those things where it's like, stream key needs the encoder needs the stream key. I'm like, well, Jesus, where do I get that again? You know, I mean, it's not difficult. I've done it many times, but it's like, okay, what menu in YouTube is going to tell me the stream key for the encoder, and how do I do this? And I finally clicked on the right sequence of stuff and copy and pasted the right sequence of garbage. Everything seems to be working now. Sage, you guys been keeping track of that Artemis stuff going on? It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I just watched the splashdown before we started here.
I mean, just right before the stream started, they splashed down. By the time we started streaming, I didn't even see that they were out of the capsule yet. I think they just got that little inflatable porch going for them, and they were getting ready to take the people out. So how cool is that? How cool
Yeah,
is
we were
that?
supposed to be able to see them re-enter the atmosphere from here, but unfortunately it's been raining all day, so we can't even see the atmosphere from here.
Yep. Well, the footage of them returning to Earth was really nice. I like that. Yeah, that was, that was good stuff.
They should have picked a better day to launch. When they launched on April 1st, I literally thought the entire day was just a joke, and so I didn't pay any attention to it at all until finally somebody showed it to me on TV. It's like, you mean that's real? They're actually doing it today? Like,
you're not the only person I heard say that. Not necessarily that they thought it was a joke, but they delay it so often. You know what I'm saying? Usually, if they say, "Hey, we're going to launch on Monday," that there's almost an 80% chance they're not launching on Monday. You know, something always comes up. But they did. They said, "Yeah, we're launching on the 1st," and bango, there they go. Yeah, it was pretty nice.
I tend to avoid anything on Facebook or social media on April 1st because it's nothing but junk on there.
Yeah, you fall for too many thumbnails.
That's about only every day.
That's true. It doesn't have to be April 1st for the thumbnails to be full of baloney.
That's for sure.
I was just happy to see that. It's really nice that we're getting back into the space program. The thing I'm most excited about this time is, most of us here in this channel, we were alive for the first moon landings up in, in like 69 and 70 and stuff like that. Most of us were alive during that. And that was awesome and everything. But I remember one of the overall, people were like, this is great. We have a presence in space. We're going to be going to the moon all the time. It's going to be getting easier and cheaper to go to the moon, and we're going to establish a presence there, and it's great. And we never did. It just never did. We went there a number of times, many times, like 6 or 8 times, and landed. Maybe not that long. I mean, maybe about 6 times we landed on the moon. But this time, we're establishing a presence there. We're going to keep going back. We're developing rockets that are going to have the ability to get better and better all the time, and to keep taking us back. And we're going to build a base on the moon eventually. It's going to take a few years for that to happen. But I like how the plan is to keep going back. And I love that. Let's just have a permanent presence in space. Let's not wait another 50 years to send people into space. This is pretty important stuff. And I'm glad that it appears to be, we got the ball rolling. And that's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I know our buddy Captain Hopper here, he's big into that kind of stuff. He really likes it. Says, we landed 6. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, I'm guessing he says they're egressing the aircraft. The spacecraft. I'm guessing that means they're Gonna fly it out of there on helicopters. I guess they're gonna hook up a little hook on there and just fly right out. We're 123 miles out from our first stop. You see, Mia's got that awesome paint job going on. Really like that the zebra stripe situation happening. Pretty cool looking. Bob, did you have any luck getting your bird back up in the air?
Yeah, I'm airborne. I see you all ahead of me there. I'm coming.
Right on.
I'm on the way.
Right on. Coast, status update. How you doing back there?
Sitting on the ground, it's real nice.
You can't get nothing working, huh?
No,
Oh boy. Well, one thing that was working good was I actually saw your aircraft, and that's cool. That means that you did that part right with the, if you want to use the Captain Sim Hercules in multiplayer, you have to use the 2020 version of it. You can't use the 2024 version of it. And I could see you, so I knew you were using the 2020 version, and that's awesome. It's a good first step.
I can't get above 448 RPM on my engines.
Oh, no. What the hell that's about?
What you doing there?
I see we have a guy with us called El Gusto.
Oh yes, hello, audio
there you
check.
are. Oh, hey, I didn't even notice you in Discord. How are you doing, buddy? Happy Friday.
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. I'm in Sydney, Australia. It's Saturday around lunchtime now.
Well, excellent. Flying around your stomping grounds. Well, we still got a little ways to go before we're at Sydney. But, yeah, we're at the very northern tip here, having a good old time. I love looking at this and seeing just people all over the place in the sky. You guys are making my night.
Do you know how to do the quick zoom forward option to catch up with you?
The slew?
Yeah, the slew?
Yes, slew, yes.
Right on. I think it's, for me, it's like Shift X. If it's not Shift X, it's Shift Z. And if it's not that, it's Control Z or Control X. It's either X or Z, one of the two. After that, the controls, I don't know, but that will bring you into the slew mode.
Excellent, okay, thank you very much.
Right on. Another thing you could do is, I believe, you could exit out into the map and just click on somebody and say follow them or something, and it'll load you in right behind the person you clicked on, which is sometimes a better option because, I don't know, slewing just looks weird. And
Yeah, it basically uses the map to place you someplace on the map, as long as you got the flight plan put in.
Yeah, I think it takes up the flight plan, doesn't it, if you
Yeah.
do that. I'll just try slowing anyway.
Yeah, right on. Well, it's good to see you. It's always nice to see new pilots here. And by the way, if anybody would like to join us, please do. We fly very casual around here, and we'd love to have you. All the information for the group flight, including
Some of us
where
fly
we're going
casual.
to, and including where we're flying and what we're flying, that's all in the information in the description of the YouTube video. So you can grab the PLN file from there and pop it right into your GPS, and you'll be all set. Yeah, Kineas suggests maybe you have to change your controller options. Maybe that could be a problem. That might be true. You might not have your throttle set properly somehow.
Just gone through it.
We got our buddy Kingsport Cal. Wow, I have not seen Kingsport Cal around here. I love that guy. He's awesome. Yeah, casual flying as opposed to reckless flying. Yeah, you know how it is, buddy. Yeah, it's good to see you, Kingsport. Happy Friday. I'm enjoying a cocktail. Hopefully you're enjoying one of them PBRs that you like so much. Kingsport Cal is a guy that I run into all the time. Now, you've heard me talk about the Ken Knapsack channel. He's got a really nice channel. He does a thing called the Blathering, along with many other things. And yeah, it's a great community over there. Check out Ken Knapsack. It's a lot of fun. That's one of the things I look forward to 3 times a week at least, hanging out with that community over there. It's a bunch of nice people, and Ken's a very entertaining fella, so I like listening to him. And Kingsport Cal's over there, so yeah. Mia's bringing that beautiful bird up here. Nice formation, girl. Yeah, I've said it before, and it looks like the kind of C-130 that Ted Nugent would fly or something. And no, I know I'm from Michigan, but I'm not a big Ted Nugent fan. Even before he turned into one of the world's biggest idiots. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. About 94 miles out. Let's get some airport information on our first destination here, a Yankee November Papa Echo. The good news is we're coming in pretty much straight in. We're not going to have too much problems there. So yeah, Yankee November Papa Echo at Injinoo. When we come into Injinoo, we are going to be landing on runway 13. Count on that. It's a pretty big runway, about 6,000 feet of asphalt. So yeah, that's big enough for what we got going on. Hardly any elevation, only 24 feet, so you don't have to take that into account. So just count on landing runway 13 when we get there, or runway 13 when we get to Injinoo. Yep, that is true, Kingsport there. Nugent's a crazy dude now, but he did have a badass guitar with a gun on it. Yep. Yep, back in the day, Ted Nugent was just straight up cool, man. He was cool. Now he's, I don't know, he's kind of a moron. He's one of those guys that every time you see an interview with him, it's disappointing. Because it's like, ugh, this guy, yuck. I'd like to like him, but he just keeps saying such stupid things. Alright, what do we got here? Got a heading of 133 degrees magnetic in that airport. Okay. 133. Let's go. Yeah, like I said, this first one, it's pretty much straight in. That's always nice. I like that. Yeah, Kingsport Cal, I think there's been millions of people who've gotten stoned to Stranglehold. That was one of the big hits back in the day. Alright, we're about 83 out. When I'm, oh, I don't know, maybe 30 out, I'm going to begin dropping her down. I'm going to drop her right down to about 2,000 feet. But we got a little bit. Got about 50 miles to go. Yeah, Coast, one of the things that kind of tricked me the first couple of times I was trying to set up all my controls was when you go to the controls, it has the big list of all the stuff you can do, and it's easy to just start like clicking on stuff, but don't, because you'll notice on the left-hand side, it has a big list of stuff like, here's how to set up your keyboard, and here's how to set up your stick, and here's how to set up this and that. Make sure that you've clicked on your HOTAS. You know what I mean? Make your HOTAS the active thing that you're changing. Otherwise, you'll do all these changes to your aircraft and it doesn't really do anything because it thinks you're trying to change your keyboard. So click it off of keyboard and make sure you've clicked whatever your HOTAS is. It'll have it listed there on the side. Got a lot of pilots with us tonight. That's great. Last week was a little bare bones. I think there was only 3 of us flying in the sky last week. It was still a nice flight, but it's always nice to have a full house. So El Gusto, when we get to Sydney, you might have to show us around a little bit. Give us a little tour when we get there. It won't be tonight, but one of these days.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine.
Oh yeah, love that.
I've worked out the slew. I'm catching up now.
Kingsport Cal wants to know if these pilot interfaces are accurate to the real thing. Yeah, I mean, if by that you mean like the cockpit and everything, yes, it is. This is the actual C-130J Super Hercules cockpit. It is quite a beast, and yes, every single dial and knob works, and it does what it's supposed to. And it's quite a complicated beast, and I just love it. Hard to beat this this Hercules. And the same is true for most of the aircraft you can get, where they're pretty highly detailed. Okay, in about another, less than 20 miles. Less than 20 miles or so. I'm going to begin bringing her down here a little bit.
I'm about 21 miles behind you guys still, but I'm catching you.
Good. What kind of speed are you able to maintain on that? We're going about 250 indicated.
I'm doing 291 with a ground speed of 342.
Oh hell, you catch us in a hurry. For sure, you're gonna be landing right about the same time we are. Good news.
Oh no, I think I just froze again.
Oh no. Boy, stuff like that, freezing up and everything, that almost makes me think it's more of a graphics card issue or something. Did you recently update that, or maybe you need to update?
No, I haven't done any. I haven't touched it.
It's
It's been flying good all week until
Yeah.
tonight.
Weird. I mean, I suppose it could be multiplayer related. There are a lot of airplanes in the sky.
Could
But
be.
we've never, in all these years, we've never had problems like this, you know? We've been doing this for 14 years. Not to say we've never had problems, because, yeah, we always have problems. That's just how Flight Simulator is.
Figured
Sorry,
out
Coach?
you can try and put me on, trying to make me use the keyboard.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't make it obvious that that's how to do it, you know what I mean? You just go to, I want to change my controls, and it instantly defaults to, no matter what you're doing, you're messing with your keyboard. Even if you're clicking stuff on your stick, you know, it's weird. Got that trim tab thing going on again. That happened. You notice on my aileron in the back here, or my flap, it's got these, my trim tabs are sticking straight up. I don't think it's supposed to be doing that. Maybe that's the issue, like when I'm trying to descend and I hit my pitch trim knob, it sends me straight up into the air. Because my aircraft right now is trimmed super weird. And I've monkeyed with the trim, and that didn't seem to make it much of a difference. But we'll see. We're pretty good here. We know what we're doing. At some point soon, we're going to be there's lots of places in Australia that have wonderful scenery and wonderful like cities and points of interest that they spent extra time in the game making them look really nice. And yeah, when we get to some of that kind of stuff, we're going to switch to a slower aircraft just so we can check things out. With this high altitude fast Hercubird, it's kind of hard to do any kind of sightseeing, you know. But one of these days we'll probably switch over to something like that. Maybe the 404, or gosh, what was a couple of the other ones we used to fly? The Sky Courier. Maybe that was the 404. That's a pretty nice bird. I like that. It's just fast enough. You can go about 180 knots, and you can slow down and take a nice tight turn radius, and do a do a little circuit around all the things you're trying to check out. It's pretty nice. All right, we've got Longhorn catching up.
I wonder if these islands off to the left are inhabited. Pretty big islands.
I don't really see them. I've got clouds. Oh, okay, yeah, I see
Well.
kind of. I see what you're saying. I bet they are. I mean,
They're about,
they
looks like
are
about,
pretty nice.
yeah, like 5 to 8 miles across. So.
They're not tiny. There's at least that one that it looks like it's all beach, and I think those are the type of islands that at the right time of day it just kind of floods. You know what I mean? When the
Oh, jeez.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, when
Because-
the tide's high.
yeah, when high tide comes in, this whole thing's probably underwater. But the stuff that has green stuff on it, those are like, they're probably good to go. Yeah. This one here, probably most of it is underwater half the day, or at least during the right part of the season. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, I am going to set my selector here for 2,000 feet because in about another 14 miles we're going to begin our descent. And there is Australia proper right in front of us. I'm not sure. I would assume that these islands here, those are also part of Australia. Don't know about that, but maybe.
Yeah, there's this group up here. I'm not sure exactly where the border is between Papua New Guinea and Australia, but they're definitely the group that we're coming to. Is start of Thursday Island and a few other ones there, and that's
right.
Australian territory. Yeah.
Yeah, it
But I
does.
think the one to the west, I'm not sure about.
Well, I'm just looking at this. One of the islands has an airport on it
Sorry,
that
one to the
starts.
left, I meant.
It starts with a Y, so I'm assuming that's Australia. Most of the airports in Australia start with a Y.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
So yeah, good deal. Actually, all these up here, the ones we just passed, those are all starting with a Y. So yeah, this is all part of Australia. Neat.
A lot of crocodiles too.
Oh boy, I bet you there's a lot of them all over. Sharks and stuff. Yeah, you can see that, like, just barely under the water, there's like at least 2 islands here that look like they'd be pretty nice islands if they weren't underwater. Groovy. Alright, 33 miles out. I am going to go ahead and begin my descent. Not a huge hurry. We got 30 miles, but I am going to drop her down to 2,000 feet. So, pitch trim knob, don't fail me now. Don't send me into orbit. Looks like it's working perfectly. Perfectly. Let's go. I did monkey with my trim before I hit the button. I think that's what kind of fixes it a little bit. I trimmed it in the direction I want to go, and then I did it, and it worked. So, good. Vertical speed happening.
I'm hitting 3,000 feet now.
Hey, you're getting there. That's flying. Were you able to get any more horsepower out of that thing?
Yep. I changed the primary device from the keyboard to my HOTAS.
Well, wonderful. Yeah, it sounds like our boy Kineas. He was right about that. That was the first thing that popped into his head. Good beans. Alright, well, let's see here. I'm going to switch myself over to heading hold. And that way, I can set my CDI to VOR1, and it will show me the direction of the runway, which is almost perfectly straight in. Good deal. Looks like we got somebody else joining us. Winger?
Probably.
Oh, that is Wingnut. Hey, what's up?
I just spawned in on you guys. Made it quicker.
Ah, perfect. Well, at least it didn't take long to kind of sort it out this time. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. Yeah, look at this. Nice group flight going on. Got Warthog, Wingnut, Longhorn, Mia, Kineas, Mr. Newbie. Nice. We got El Gusto. Very nice. I kind of lost track of El Gusto. What are you in tonight?
In the TBM.
TBM.
Nice.
TBN 930.
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice. I'll get you there. I'm pretty sure that's quick enough to maintain 250 knots. We're 18 out. I think I see where the airport's going to be. I'm descending through 3,300 for 2,000. Hey, I figured out, remember last week I had like the worst week ever. 2 out of 3 landings I crashed. And yeah, not my proudest night of flying. I figured out what that second one was though. I had my auto throttle on. I never shut it off. Rookie mistake, #1 rookie mistake ever, and we all do it, you know. And I did it. I did it that time. I did not disengage my auto throttle. I got down on the ground, and I'm like, how come I'm still going 200 and I can't slow down? Well, that was why. All right, leveling out, 2,000. Definitely have that airport in view. We're coming right down the pipe, guys. All right, well, time to start slowing down here. I'm gonna drop my speed down to 200. Again, adding flaps. Alright, we're only 8 miles out. We're getting there real quick. Dropping speed to 150. Ready to put them gear out. That was one of my big problems last week, is I kept waiting too long to slow down. And by the time it was ready, it was too late. Going gear down. going to slow it to 140, and that will be my final reference speed. .140. Lasers on, 5 mile final. Like I said, it's a relatively long runway for what we got going on. We got over 6,000 feet, so that should be no problem. Alrighty, I'm about 2 miles out. I am going to go ahead and disengage my auto throttle, so I don't have that embarrassingness happen again. We don't need none of that. Hopefully I've already had all the problems tonight we're going to have. What I like about disengaging the auto throttle early is it generally keeps your speed what you were at. I mean, mine's dropping slowly, but it's not doing anything too crazy. You know? It doesn't actually accept inputs from your throttle until you start moving it around. I can tell somebody's above me because I can see the dirt on the ground kicking up.
It's probably me, so I'm going to do a go around because I am coming in too high and too fast.
Okay, I was going to say, don't worry about me. I think we're going to be fine, but if you're too high and fast, that's not good. Lasers on, half mile final, runway 13.
I'm going to try to squeeze in between Mia and Longhorn here if I
There
can
you
get
go.
it around in time.
There you are.
I'm 3 miles out.
Over the threshold. I'm going to go right through you, Warthog. You're on the runway. Alright.
Wow, I didn't think you were going to fit, Wingnut.
Well, let's go ahead and get ourselves off the runway, buddy. Everybody's coming in.
That was a tactical approach there, Longhorn.
That's what it looked like.
I just got to get the wheels down. Shit.
Yeah, the wheels won't come down if you're going too fast on this one. It's pretty picky about it.
Yeah, I'm at 21,000 now coming in.
Oh, good deal. Don't come in on that high.
No. Well, there's a no wheels landing for you.
No wheels landing. Did you forget your gear? Oh, you didn't have them out.
Forget it. Couldn't get it down.
Huh. Well, seemed to work. Yeah, Warthog says he's having control issues too. That seems to be very common. He says it's not, he's in the way, but he's trying to get out. He says he's not letting him go forward. That is a thing that we've been dealing with lately. I don't know why that is. There hasn't even been an update on the sim or the aircraft, but it's doing weird stuff these last couple weeks.
Oh, there's not even a taxiway here.
No, this is not a very big airport. Got El Gusto coming in. El Gusto.
Didn't seem like my reverse thrusters were working. I mean, they worked once I was on the ground, but it didn't seem to be slowing me down at all.
Right. Yep. When you don't want them, they're like super strong, shooting you backwards. And when you need them, they're not strong enough.
Hope these rocks don't pop my tires.
It looks pretty jagged around here, doesn't it? There you go. We got our buddy El Gusto. Good, nice landing there, pal. Right on the center line, coming in nice and slow and strong. Very nice. Boy, you can see the reverse thrust kick in on that TBM, huh?
Yeah, it's certainly helpful. Maybe not in this runway. I've been away from the sim for a month, so I'm just getting all my settings done. And
Right. Yeah, I like
getting
that
all
paint
the-
job you got. That's pretty cool. All the squiggly lines and stuff. Neat. Looks like, I don't know, looks like sketches. Groovy. All right, Wingnut coming in, trying number 2. Hopefully you got your gear down this time. Ooh. That is a tactical approach and a half there. Look at that. Hit that reverse. Stand on them brakes.
I got her stopped.
You did. You got her stopped and you got her down. Well, good beans. I think everybody's here. We didn't lose anybody. Let's go ahead and take this runway back and we'll get ready to take off out of here in about a minute. Good news. I'm just, from looking at everybody else's problems tonight, I feel lucky that all I had was a stream key issue. Other than that, everything's been going pretty smooth. Make room for everybody here to come pulling up. Alright, let's see here. Our next destination is Coen. That's where we're going. We're looking at Yankee Charlie Oscar Echo, Coen. That's right, Coen has like a bituminous runway and a dirt runway. We're not going to do
Yankee Little Dandy, George M. Cohen.
the Coen.
George M. Cohen wrote Yankee Little Dandy.
Oh, did he? Okay, I know I've heard the name on a number of people, actually. Right, we're not going to land on that dirt runway, but we are going to land on the bituminous, which is just under 4,000 feet. Getting a little bit on the short side here, but nothing too extreme. Only 500 feet of elevation, that's not too bad. Let's see here. We're going to take off and we're going to turn to a heading of 162. Turn to a heading 162 up in here. That's awful close to straight ahead. Also, this is a good time to not forget your CDI. Make sure you switch your CDI back to INAV 1. We'll be right back on course. Okay, good pilots. Looks like everybody's about ready to go around here. I like that. I'll give myself 5 notches of flaps. We're ready to go. Remember, on this leg, we're climbing to 10,000 feet. Well, I'm going to set that up right now. Climb to 10,000 feet, maintain 250 at a heading of 120, or 160, that is. 160 heading. Actually, it's more like a 162, but that's close enough to get you on the path. Alright, 10,000 feet. Okay, pilots, let's go ahead and get these birds out of here. There's my parking brake. Make sure you got your flaps all set and everything's ready to go because we are rolling. Let's see if I can take off looking backwards at all the awesome pilots. Oh, look at that. This is a nice full group flight tonight, guys. Thanks for indulging me.
You at YNPE?
Yep, we're just taking off from YNPE.
I know Papa Echo, Yankee Papa Echo. I don't know what's that again.
Yeah, Yankee November Papa
November.
Echo.
That's correct. Yankee November Papa Echo.
Papa.
Injinoo.
Boy, it's been a long time.
Yes, yeah.
It has been too long.
It'll come back.
Yeah, we're
checked
thrilled to
out-
have you back, buddy. This is great.
I checked on it. It's been 1 year.
Has it been that long? Whoosh. Well, we're just thrilled to have you back up in the skies with us, my friend.
Yeah, my daughter lent me her gaming laptop.
Well, good deal. This seems to be working just fine as far as being able to handle the game, huh?
Yeah.
It just takes time to get your controls, everything reestablished the way you like
Yeah,
it.
it's going to
Yep,
take a
that's
lot of
it.
work.
There's so many controls that you gotta have them. And here we go again. As soon as I move my pitch control knob, it shoots me straight into the ground. And it's a good deal. Just trying to get a reasonable vertical speed here so I'm not going straight up. Alright, I think we're Gucci. I apologize for saying Gucci. I'm going to try to curb myself from saying that. I talk stupid enough as it is. I don't need to say Gucci.
Haven't heard the term, don't even know what it means.
It don't mean nothing. It's dumb. I think it's a colloquialism for good. We're Gucci. It's like, no, we're not, man. Stop saying that. Nobody who says we're Gucci is actually Gucci. I don't even know where I got that from. That's not something I've ever said in my entire life. I'm still trying to catch on to that, the pink line here. It should be very shortly.
Somehow I can't see anybody on my EAB. Can't see the rest of the group.
You're, well, you didn't change servers by chance, right? From East Tennessee.
Could have, but I didn't change it. I was on the East server. Maybe it took me off the East server when I went in. Aha.
Maybe. I don't know. I saw you in the air a little while ago. Let me see if I can see you now.
He's there, just pretty far back.
Oh yeah, I see your name tag. You're just back there a ways. That's why you're not seeing us.
It's complaining because I'm doing 340.
Oh, I'm sure it doesn't like going that fast. Luckily, it's not a real aircraft. You're not going to rip the wings off it or nothing like that. Okay, I'm going to slow myself down to...
Rip the
5
pixels up, you know what I mean?
I am on
Rip
the
the
flight
pixels
path.
up. Done.
Hey, Warthog's up here. How's it going, buddy? That is one of the only aircraft that would make my aircraft look small. That big old 400, man, that is a beast. Holding 10,000. So y'all know I'm a huge Star Wars fan around here. Well, last week Disney Plus released a new show called what is it, Maul Shadow Lord, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I'm digging that. It's a cartoon, but it features Darth Maul. Y'all might remember Darth Maul from the prequels movies. There, he was in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. He was the guy that Obi-Wan cut into, and then he threw down this endless shaft. And yeah, no, that sounds pretty bad, but Maul is quite, you know, he shook it off. He took it like a man, shook it off, and now he's fine. He's got some new robot legs going on, and it's pretty neat. But the show itself is awesome. I'm really digging it. When you first hear about a new show like that, you don't really know what to expect. And I didn't expect it to be such a... It's a bit like a cop show. It's like a police procedural kind of a thing. It's really neat. I mean, of course, he's like the main guy. He's like doing his bad guy stuff. He's almost like a crime lord at this point. But there's a cop, a really likable cop too. I like the character. He's got a robot sidekick, 2 boots, and of course they're trying to get to the bottom of, you know, the crimes that's going on, and it's pretty neat. I did not expect it to be that way. You know, I mean, like I said, before you actually see the show, you just don't know what to expect. And I thought I'd probably like it because, A, I love Star Wars, so I know I'm going to like it. And Darth Maul, well, he's not Darth anymore, he's just Maul. But he's one of my favorite characters. He's pretty cool. I never had a problem with him coming back. I don't think most people do. They did it pretty well having him come back. But, yeah, it's a good show. Anybody else has Disney Plus, go ahead and check that out. I'd recommend Maul Shadow Lord. It's pretty cool. I don't know if they're going to release 2 episodes every week, but they did the first 2, and it's pretty neat. Can't wait to see what else is coming up. Well, I think we might have somebody else up here with us too. FQOL. FQOL? Something like that. Who knows? Whoever it is, welcome and greetings. And yes, I do see Compass Coast back there. Right on.
I'm going as fast as I can make it.
You'll catch us. We're not going too fast. Those speeds you mentioned, you'll definitely catch us in a hurry. Speaking of things coming up, next Tuesday is my birthday. How about that? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Birthday boy over here. Tuesday.
Happy birthday to
Thanks, man. Don't start. It ain't my birthday yet. It's
A
getting
happy
close.
pre-birthday.
Yeah, pre-birthday. Yeah, I hope everybody has a happy my birthday.
Now tell me, is your age going to start a real big fire or a small fire?
For the candles on the cake, it'd be like a forest fire. It'd be like a prairie fire. Now I'm turning 59, the big 5'9". I ain't 60 yet. You know, even to me, 60 sounds like I'm getting old. But 59, that's fine. 59, whatever, just a kid. But, you know, 60, that's already starting to sound like a real bona fide adult. But not 60 yet. Going to be 59 on Tuesday. Here's a question for everybody. What's your favorite birthday meal? Right on. Because the last couple of days I've been racking my brain thinking, okay, it's your birthday on Tuesday. What are you going to eat? You know, it's a one-time deal. It's a celebration. It's my birthday. Just anything I can think of. I'm just money's, screw the money. Just whatever sounds good, I'm gonna eat. And I can't come up with anything extravagant. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not hard to please. I got all kinds of food I like eating, but I just can't come. You know what I'm thinking? One of my favorite things is all I can think of is egg foo young. I keep thinking egg foo young. I don't know. It's like, well, maybe I'll go to the Chinese restaurant on Tuesday and get myself some egg foo young. But that's awful pedestrian. That's like a normal, regular old. I can get that any day. That's no big deal, But I'm thinking, what do I really want? I mean, I guess egg foo young sounds good, but I had egg foo young 3 times last month because I really like it. I mean, I hate to go to that, well again, but yeah. So I don't know. What's your guys' favorite birthday meal? If you could have any meal you wanted, whatever, throw caution to the wind. Let's have the best meal ever. What would it be?
Well, you make it sound like last meal before execution.
Is that bad?
Yeah, you make it sound like a meal you don't want to have.
Right.
Yeah, I would go with, personally, I don't think you like seafood, if I remember right, but I
Not
would go
that
for a
much.
couple of big lobster tails is what I would go for.
I got to admit, I do like a lobster tail. One of my favorite meals would be something like a surf and turf thing, like a prime rib with a lobster tail. Now that's good. That's really good. I'm not a big fish eater, but I like a prime rib with a lobster tail. That does sound pretty good. I'm not sure where the hell I would get something like that around here, though. I'd probably have to cook it myself. And I don't mind cooking myself. I'm a good cook. I'm a good cook, and I know what I like, so I never have problems. But I've been racking my brain for days going, what's gonna be the big fancy birthday meal? And all I can come up with is the freaking middle of the road egg foo young. Just, come on, I gotta do better than that. Although, you do got me thinking about prime rib right now. Prime rib sounds awful good. What I should do is just go buy a prime rib roast and cook it myself. Like I said, I know how I like it.
Quick question for you. Did you like that? Which of the stuff I sent you, which is the stuff you like the best?
Oh, probably the thing that you sent me that I liked the most was that you sent me a bottle of some kind of
Weber's mustard.
it was like horseradish mustard kind of stuff, and that stuff was great. It was absolutely great. I put that on everything.
Well, that's a local family here. Local German family makes that here.
Oh yeah, it was very German. I think that's why I liked it, man. It is so good on a brat. Yeah, I really like that. Oh, and what else did you sent me a real good recipe for buffalo wings. I used that recipe a couple times. It was great.
I've been looking around for some more of that mustard for you.
Right on. Actually, I still think I got about a half a bottle of it. But boy, is that stuff good. That stuff is good. It tastes it doesn't just taste horseradishy. It tastes garlicky, and it's just really flavorful in the best way. I love it.
It was one of the 3 or 4 foods from around here before we became enamored with buffalo wings.
Oh, is that one of the big? Right. That was something that
Yeah, it was one of them.
you'd get around there. Well,
The
sure
other
is
thing
good.
we have, we're known for something called beef on wick. It's a Kennewick roll, which is salted top roll with good roast beef on it.
Right on. That does sound pretty good. Coast, your microphone doesn't sound as good as it usually does. It sounds kind of scratchy. Like literally, like you're scratching it as you're talking.
I've got my headset on for the first time in a long time.
Sounds way better now. Well, gentlemen and ladies, we are about 108 miles out from Coen at Yankee Charlie Oscar Echo. When we get there, let's count on runway 11. That's what we're doing. We're going to do runway 11. Like I said, the elevation is about 500 feet. That's nothing too much to worry about, but do bear that in mind. You don't want to go 500 feet too low. And also, the runway itself is 3,900 feet. We'll just call that 4,000 feet. So it's not huge. It's still plenty big enough for us. Not by miles, but it's big enough. we'll be able to get down on that. But count on that. Count on runway 11 once we get there.
As long as you don't got wing nut for your pilot.
Well, as long as you remember your auto throttle and your gear.
Yeah, I was coming in fast and I forgot to get the gear down. What can I say?
We've all been there. Definitely all been there.
Actually, I think I did put it down. I just think I was coming too fast for it to come down.
Yeah, if you're going over like 160, they won't come down. There's no point of them coming down. They'll just rip right off.
Well, I was doing a tactical approach there. I was trying to squeeze in between Mia and Longhorn, and
It looked good
just
on
can't
paper.
fly like a fighter jet. Yeah, it looked good on paper.
Well, that landing you made, that second attempt, that was pretty nice. You came swooping in from the left over there and just put it right down.
I'm surprised this thing is still in the air.
You getting it working pretty good over there?
Can't tell. Once I change something, I'm not going to touch anything. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Exactly. There's so many controls and so many things that if you just touch it once, you're like, you're going down. You got to do it right.
And frankly, you don't know what you did because there's no visual confirmation of what it is that you just did.
Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to diagnose any kind of thing because, you don't know if it helped or hurt. Well, the good news is it appears that everybody is flying their airplanes. Everything seems to be good. I like that. All right, 91 out. I'm going to go back to my heading hold so I can switch my CDI over and see what direction that runway's heading. All right. We're going to have to swing to the right just a little bit. It's not too not lined up. That makes sense. It's kind of lined up, but not really. We're going to have to go to the right here a little bit. Not quite yet. We can wait another 40 miles or so. But right about the time we're going to start our descent, we should probably jog to the right a little bit. Yeah, I think Kineas agrees. Lobster. Although, now that I'm thinking more and more about it, I do like the idea of just buying a whole prime rib, and just cook it myself. Like I said, I'm pretty good at cooking a roast. I can eat off of that for a couple days like a king, as much as I want. But then again, if I get egg foo young, they'll cook it for me.
Yeah, after flying the B-52 that I just got recently, this thing is like flying a fighter jet.
Oh, that B-52 is like flying a fortress.
It's like flying a battleship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see you bringing that pretty bird up here. I like that. The one you got right now has them orange stripes and stuff on there. That's pretty sharp looking. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that B-52 I have has the same color
Oh,
theme
really?
here.
Really?
Yeah. I'll shoot a couple of pictures in the Discord here.
Which variant of the 52 is it?
I'm not sure what year it is. It's an older model though.
Well, they're all
I'll put
pretty
a picture
old.
in here for you.
Are they? There's got to be a few of those still flying, ain't there?
Oh yeah, they're
You make
flying
so
them now
many of them.
today.
Back when I was in my teens, and I guess I was around 20, I was doing something with the ROTC, as it were, and they were retiring some B-52s back in the 60s.
Oh yeah.
A and B models.
Oh, those are real old ones.
Funny, I was there, and they said, "Well, what are you here to learn?" Okay, so they just put me to work, working on scheduling.
Right on. Yeah, it sounds like something you've always been interested in, you know?
Yeah, until I got interested in making money.
Mhm.
That's funny.
I threw a few pictures there. When you get a chance, you can take a look at. That's what I've been flying.
Oh, I like that. Look at that beast.
Now, that's a B-52 where the wings sort of flap?
Yeah. I found you got to have full flaps just to take off. If not, you will go to the very end of the runway, and you have to hit 200 knots. But with full flaps, you can do about 150 to 160, and you can be airborne.
Just look at the wingspan on that thing, man. It's crazy. Got to have a lot of wing space to hold 8 engines. Each one of those engines is about the size of my RV. Pretty cool, man. I like that. Yeah, you're right, that paint job, that's the exact same one. Now, this one here doesn't look nearly as old as like the ones Coast is talking about.
I've got some camouflage also. This is the one I've been flying since I bought it. Just trying to figure things out.
See, I like that picture you got with the speed shootout. The drogue. Pretty neat.
Yeah, it's got spoilers, and the drogue's about the only way you're going to get slowed down and stopped.
Yeah, I see them spoilers coming up. Yeah, that's awesome. Ooh, look
Yeah,
at that
there's-
interior, huh? That's nice. I didn't expect it to be so electronic.
Oh, it's the startup procedure on there will drive you nuts.
I bet. I keep trying to grab it and move the camera around. But it's a picture. I can't do that.
That's at Area 51. You can't look around too much.
They won't let you. Huh?
No, I'm just kidding. But that is Area 51 where I was at.
Well, they got a huge-ass runway there, that is for sure.
That's
cool,
the
man.
runoff.
I like that. Oh, that's not even a runway anymore, huh?
No, I was I went a little long there. I hate
You
to say
used
it.
it all.
No, I used it all.
Yeah, that runway is probably 2 miles long. Yeah, pretty cool, buddy. I like that.
You know those two pods on the right and left of the nose? See those two little indentations there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They weren't there on the original B-52s.
What are they for?
Something called electronic video sort of things, cameras.
Okay. It's not quite a FLIR system, the forward-looking
Yeah,
infrared.
it's a visual camera thing, like a TV screen
Right. That's
for
pretty cool.
seeing things in the distance.
Yeah.
I know one thing. That thing is fun to fly though. For $29, I
that's-
gotta have it.
That looks like a beast for that kind of money. That's pretty nice. All right, pilots, we are about 57 out. When I'm around 50 out, well, we can go ahead and do that right now. How about right now? I'm going to go ahead and turn straight south, heading 180. And another 10 miles or so, I'm going to bring it down to 2,000 feet. How about 2,500 this time? We got a little more elevation than we had before. 2,500. Not quite yet. Another 10 miles or so. Yeah, Coast, I see you back there. You're in that the Captain Sim C-130H, and I like that aircraft. It's pretty nice. It's not quite as advanced as this one. I mean, as far as like, it's older than this one. It's got the old steam gauges, and it doesn't have any GPS or any like fancy computer cockpit stuff. But it's really nice. I like that aircraft you're in. That's my second favorite, right behind this one.
Yeah, they allow you to. Well, they do it now automatically. When if you don't happen to have it, they update it so you can automatically load from. If you have Windows, if you have Microsoft Flights 2020, it'll load it in for you.
Right. Well, that's handy. Now I know they updated it to the 2024 version, which is nice. It doesn't do too much different stuff. It's pretty much the same airplane, but it allows you to have a co-pilot and goofy stuff like that. But one of the problems is it doesn't show up correctly in multiplayer. So yeah, the 2020 version that you're using is perfect. It still shows up in multiplayer, and it looks really good doing it.
If I can ever get my other system working, I'm going to get the Dirty 30.
Yeah, the Dirty 30 is a bit of a frame hog. It hits your system not super hard, but a little bit. It's noticeable. Oh, we got Kineas up here zipping around. I really wish I could see what aircraft he was in.
He's in the V-35, it says.
Yeah, but I can't see him.
Oh, yeah. I can't either.
I can see what he's flying, but I can't see him. You can see him?
No, I can't see his actual airplane, though.
Yeah. Since I don't have it, it's occasionally, instead of trying to give you a substitute, it just says, nope. It's not even going to show it. It should substitute it for something. I'm sure I have something in my hangar that's kind of close. I can tell it's zippy as can be, man. He's over here doing loops around me. Alright, we're only 41 out. It is time to descend. Like I said, I'm going to bring it down to about 2,500 feet. It's not too soon to start thinking about your speed, too, guys. Think about your speed. Alright, bring it down, 2,500. Coming down. There's not a whole lot of subtlety to that pitch trim knob. You want to go down a little, it sends you down a lot. But it is adjustable. Alright, coming in. Got about a negative 2,000 VSI. And you can see right here on the directional indicator, this pointer points towards the airport. We're going to the right of the pointer, so the arrow is going to continue going this way. When it's lined up with the runway, I'm going to turn final. That's how that works. Oh, something I forgot to mention. It is already time that this is our penultimate airport. This is our second to the last stop of the evening. So, it's tradition around here. We take a 10-minute break on that penultimate. We're going to take 10 minutes, give you a chance to scratch the dog on the head, go get yourself a snack, make yourself another cocktail. And yeah, we'll be back up in the air in 10 minutes after that. It's also a good enough time, you got plenty of time to download and install the game. It's not that big of an install, believe it or not. It streams pretty much everything. You have to have a decent internet connection. But once the game is in there, you can join us at this airport, which is Yankee Charlie Oscar Echo.
Well, it looks like I'll have to spawn in there because I have seized up again.
Oh no, brother, we got to figure that out for you, man. That's weird.
Well, while I was out the last time, I went to NVIDIA and set it to optimize to see if that would help, but and it did seem like it was for a while, but I don't know what's going on today. Just got to reboot the whole computer, I think.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you could do something like optimize it for performance instead of graphics.
That's what I did.
But
I went to NVIDIA and
you did say that you checked the forums about that? I've never really had too many issues with that. I've had a couple flights here and there over the years where it just locked up on me and it kicked me right out of the game. It's been a while. It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I haven't had this issue. This is the first time. All right, well, I'm going to bail out for a second. I'll be back.
Go ahead on. Or you can just meet us at that airport if you'd like.
Yep.
Alright, the little arrow is moving. We're almost lined up with the runway. I'm descending through 3,000 for 2,500. Only 25 out, so keep your eyes peeled, keep an eye on your speed, and just generally be ready for whatever's coming up. Let's see here. I mean, I could use my TAWS radar, but there's not, it's the terrain awareness radar. But there's not a whole lot of terrain around here to be aware of. Gonna swing just a few degrees to the left over here and heading of 170. Yep, this just looks like Australia, man. Love it. We've spent a lot of hours flying around Australia over the years. Pretty cool stuff to see here. One thing I like about Australia is there seems to be a lot of giant food. Don't know what that's all about, but there's giant food everywhere. Like you'll go to a city and they'll be like, here's the world's largest prawn. It's a big freaking shrimp statue. Like huge ass shrimp statue. You know, and here's the world's biggest banana. And they've got a giant fucking banana somewhere. So I don't know what it is about Australia, but they like their big food. And it's all modeled in the game too. It's wonderful. I don't know, they took the time to model this stuff and it's pretty great. It's telling me I'm too low, but I'm not. I am pretty much lined up with that runway though. I'm getting awful close. Another couple miles and turning. We're only 18 miles out, so I'm going to start Worrying about my speed. I'm gonna drop down 220. Almost lined up. Do have a few little hills in front of the runway, nothing too much to worry about. And I think I'm ready to turn final. Lazerbolt, turning final, runway 11. That Warthog says he lives near the big pineapple. The big pineapple. Says, have a look at that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Warthog, if you look back through my catalog of videos, I've been making videos a long time, I made a whole video about visiting the giant fruit of Australia. And the giant pineapple was one of them. And that was one of the more impressive ones, because you can actually go inside the giant pineapple. It's pretty cool. It's at a big pineapple plantation. Neat. And it's like, I don't know, you look up the history of them all, and they all have kind of a cool story. Like the giant banana. That used to be a roadside banana stand, and the guy just built a giant frickin' banana so people could see it from miles away, and people would come to his fruit stand and buy bananas. Stuff like that. I think the world's biggest prawn is in the parking lot of a grocery store. That kind of stuff. Alright, 12 miles out. Really is time to take this serious, so we're going to drop down to 200, indicated. Start applying flaps here. You ready for that? Ready for that runway? 11 out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to drop it right down. 150 indicated. Get ready for those. Get that gear out early.
Okay, I'm back in the air behind you. Hopefully this will work.
Right on. Fingers crossed, my man. See the runway. We're all looking pretty good up in here. I'm gonna go ahead and put my gear down. We're ready for that landing. Remember, we're coming in runway 11, everybody. Getting some beautiful color in the sky. Love that. Alrighty, 7 out. Dropping my VREF to 140. Alright, autopilot disengaged. Auto throttle disengage. That's the important one. I mean, it is crazy. Like, if you do something crazy, it will kick you out of autopilot. But it doesn't matter how crazy you get, it doesn't turn off your auto throttle. You know, you would think, like, you know, I don't know, there'd be some kind of a sign where you're hitting the brakes, and, you know, maybe that should be the trigger. If you're hitting your brakes, it should disengage your auto throttle or something. If your gear's out and your wheels are on the ground, it should disengage that auto throttle. What do I know? 3 mile final, runway 11. When you get down, we'll find some place off the side of the runway and park up, look all pretty like. Take a 10-minute break. Grab a snack, grab a drink, let the dog out. Pet the wife on the head. They like that.
I may have to go ahead of you here, Laser. I can't get slowed down anymore.
Right on. I'm maintaining 120. I'm trying anyway. 120. This is not a long runway, is it? It's long enough, but just barely. Sorry, buddy Warthog got that bird down. Hopefully he didn't have any problems like he did last time. Well, it looks like everything's working fine. And don't forget your auto throttles, everybody. This seems to be a recurring thing around here. I did it myself last week, and it wasn't pretty. Try to get off the runway as quick as I can. Alright, we'll meet back up at the beginning of runway 11, and we'll take 10. Sorry to smoke you out, newbie. Shooting all kinds of dirt and junk across the runway as you're coming in. That was a nice landing, though.
Right, you good, you good.
So everybody Mr. Newbie seems to know how to fly that airplane pretty well. I think Kineas does too. I've been watching his streams, and he's quite a good pilot. He likes to do those career missions and stuff. He has a little bit of a story involved. It's kind of fun to watch. And watch it when you're taxiing around here. There's big boulders everywhere. I don't think they'll actually harm you, but don't hit them anyway. Yeah, cheers right back to you, Kineas. Matter of fact, I think I better top off my cocktail. It's Friday night after all. Longhorn right on the money. Mia coming in right behind him. She's always right on the money. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Augusto coming in. Pretty sure he's going to have plenty of runway to stop that bird. He's got reverse thrust after all. Man, Mia did a great job getting out of the way there. That worked out pretty good. Oh, look at this guy. Augusto only needs like a quarter of the runway. Good deal.
What airport are you at? YCOE or what it is?
Yes.
I don't see anybody. I must be in some sort of...
We're at Yankee Charlie Oscar Echo. No, I don't see you here at the moment. I saw you earlier. I know you're broadcasting. Anyway, gentlemen, let's call this 55 or 5 to the hour. At 5 after the top of the hour, we're going to be back in the sky, so get ready for that. 5 after the top of the hour, flying Like how Wingnut has, he's got dirt shooting in front of him and behind him. We're making quite a dust cloud up in here, aren't we? That can't be good for frame rates either. We do got a little bit of a mountain in front of the runway here. Did you notice that? There's not much elevation around here, but there it is.
Yeah, I see you, Coast. Or no, that's not you. Thought you just spawned in on the runway. Oh, there's two people there.
I saw him over the tree line. I see his name tag over the tree line before. I still see a bit of it.
Hey, I can see Kineas's airplane now. I think he switched it over to something else. Oh, he's flying that CJ4, I think. That Cessna Citation. I like that airplane too. That's one that I used to fly all the time. Do you remember back in the day, Coast, when we, for a long time, almost 2 years, we watched movies as we flew? Remember that?
Yep.
Well, I was flying the CJ4 the whole time, because the CJ4 has a really good autopilot system, really nice, convenient, and it works every time, kind of a thing. And yeah, we used to fly that all the time. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab an update on my cocktail here. Hopefully the stream key on my cocktail is still valid. Nah, Coast, unfortunately, I do not see you at this airport we're at.
I'm still in the air.
Oh, okay. Let's see here if I can find you. We're going to have some beautiful early evening colors going on for this last leg. Bring us all the way to Cooktown. Cooktown indeed. Yeah, like I said, that's where Captain James Cook pretty much parked his vessel, and he pulled up into the bay there to make some repairs on his ship, and stayed a while because it turned out to be great. He met Aborigines around here, and yeah, it was a pretty good deal. I believe now that bay that he pulled into is called the Endeavor Bay. I'm not wrong about that. The Endeavor Bay. And that was the name of his ship. But they named it that. So, cool. I do not see Coast in the sky. But I do have the sun over there. It might be washing out his name tag. Kineas has some good advice here. This happens all the time in multiplayer where some people have trouble seeing everybody. Let's see here. He says if you cannot see people at range under graphic settings, airplane quality to off can interfere with multiplayer views. Well, there you go. That could do it. It comes up once in a while where people just can't see each other, and then sometimes they can. You know what I mean? Like next week, everything's fine. Sometimes it's as simple as switching servers and then switch back. There's a multitude of different things it could be. Like we were saying earlier, it's always kind of hard to figure out what in the world is causing your issues because there's so many things it could be. Pilots, we are going to be out of here in about 3 minutes. So make your final preparations. Put the show on the road, in the sky. Yeah, Kineas, I'm glad you switched over to that CJ4. It's nice to be able to actually see an aircraft. Cool. All right. Go and roll back out onto this runway here, and we'll be taking off in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right on. He says he was trying to be a military escort. He switched to something we can see. That's nice. We do have that, was it F-15? I guess the Top Gun sort of thing. I'm not sure about that. You know what else looks really nice?
F-18, yeah.
Yeah, the F-18. What else we have is that there's an actual Warthog in the game, like the AC-10. Not AC-10,
yeah.
It's just the A-10. That looks pretty nice together too. I'm pretty sure that can maintain the speed we got going on. As a matter of fact, I'm real sure of it. It's also a real nice looking airplane. It's not the sexiest of fighter jets. But it's pretty nice. Okay guys, count on. We're going to be out of here in 30 seconds. So let's see what we got to do. Final destination of the evening is Cooktown. We're looking at Yankee, Charlie, King, November, Yankee Chicken, it looks like. Okay, we're heading to Cooktown. That is at a heading of 124 degrees. So let's do that, 124. I think we're all set. We're going to do the same thing on this leg, gentlemen. We're going to climb to 10,000 feet and 250 knots. 10,000 feet, 250 indicated. And it is time. Let's go ahead and get these birds up in the air. Lazerbolt spooling up and rolling. Yeah, there's one other thing that's often the issue, Coast, with that is on the left-hand side of the screen when you're making your flight plan, has something called like flight conditions, and that also has some multiplayer options. Like some of them are like where everybody can see you, or you can see everybody else, and all that kind of stuff. I forget what they're called. You'll see it. You'll know it when you see it. But it's under flight conditions. Oddly enough, it's the same place where you can change your weather and the time of day, but you can also change how other people see you. And that would also explain why we could see you, but you couldn't see us. Because it kind of works that way. I think you need to set it to all pilots or something like that. All something or other.
Yeah, all players.
All players, yeah. And that way you can see everybody, not just your friends, you can see everyone. Don't know if that's the issue, but that is one of the common things that causes issues like that. Alright, let's see here. Don't forget to set your CDI back to, what is it, INAV 1. I have that INAV 1 going on. Navigation hold set. Yeah, sometimes too, like when you're really super close, like right now, it says my navigation is armed, but it should have latched on already. I'm right on it. I'm right on the line. It should have grabbed it. It'll grab it eventually, but I don't understand why it didn't grab it already. I'm right on it. There you go. It's finally captured it. Like I literally had to cross over it. And I think that's being a little too picky. This is the only aircraft I have that does it that way. Get that terrain awareness map going on again. Ooh, golden. Alright, look, 146 miles to go. I do have that weird pink line going on again. You guys remember all that? Last week, I didn't see it at all. It was weird. Not once. Didn't show up one time. Today, it hasn't gone away one time. It's been there the whole flight. Is this thing on?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I don't have it, but I don't have the full flight plan anymore since I've had to spawn in three times.
Right. Right. Yeah, I've got it. Well, it went away now, but I didn't see it a single time last week. Not once. Oh well. No biggie. It's no biggie because I don't know what it is. I don't understand what it's trying to tell me, you know.
I'm not sure either. I never really looked it up either, but as long as it's not affecting your plane.
Well, it doesn't, whatever it's trying to say, it doesn't seem to be anything too important. I mean, it's clearly an indicator of some kind, not necessarily a warning, but it's telling me something. Beats me what it's trying to say. Oh my God. Kineas says, it's always something. Rosanna Dana. Holy moly, buddy, is that bringing me back? Woo. We're talking like 1970s freaking Saturday Night Live. Woo. I didn't know you were that old, Kineas. Holy moly. It's cool that you remember that. Rosanna Dana. She was amazing. Was that Gilda Radner?
Sounds familiar. Sounds right. I'm not sure.
Hey, firm.
A very funny gal, for sure. Very funny lady.
What happened to Longhorn?
I don't know. Oh, he's not even in the chat anymore, is he? Yeah. It's me. We've got Warthog up here, and it looks like he's in that F-18. Very nice. That is a sharp-looking jet. I like that. Pretty cool that it's default as well. Yeah, what did happen to Longhorn? He just kind of snuck out of here, didn't he?
Unless something happened to his computer like mine, I had to reboot my whole computer.
Yeah, I'd really like to get to the bottom of that. I hate it when people have those kind of issues. One name tag I got loud and clear up there is Compass Coast. Right behind us. Yeah, we got off to a little bit of a late start tonight, so we're a little behind schedule. It's Friday night, baby.
Oh yeah, there went the F-18.
Yep. Yeah, that's a nice looking bird too. I like that. That very much fits in with the C-130. That is the perfect fighter escort. Keeping us safe from all those kangaroos, wallabies, alligators. One thing I forgot to turn on was my formation lights. I like them formation lights. They look pretty good. Let's see what we got here. There we go.
Hey, Longhorn, you're back. We missed you, man.
Yeah.
You crash your system?
Yeah. Yeah, anytime I take my, well, ever since I got the latest NVIDIA driver update, when I take my headset off and put it on the desk, when I come back, the whole thing is just frozen.
Oh. That's not good. Your VR headset, you mean?
Yeah, so I ended up just rebooting everything.
Yeah, you know it's a good crash when you got to redo your whole computer.
Well, that makes two of us tonight, huh?
Here we are, boy. We got the whole gang up in the sky now. Look at this. Look at all these name tags. I say, I really appreciate you guys all hanging out with me on a Friday night. This is a good time for me. I'm glad it is for you too.
Yeah, I always look forward to it.
Yeah, beautiful skies right now. All right, let's see here. How about a little airport information on Cooktown? It says we're coming in on runway 29er, but I doubt that. Let's see here for sure. I think it would be better for us to come in on just runway 11. Mostly for the fact that it's kind of straight in.
That it is, okay.
So yeah, let's do that. Let's count on runway 11 when we get to Cooktown. Runway 11 is a rather big 5,300 feet of bituminous. If that last runway was big enough, this is plenty big enough. It's even bigger. So yeah, let's do that. Runway 11. Set my course heading for the heading of that runway. That always helps me out. 105 degrees. Perfect.
Gotta love it when the weather report shows recommended runway 11, but it shows there's a 5-knot headwind on runway 11 and a 5-knot headwind on runway 29.
Yeah, how is that even possible? Is there a tornado? Well, maybe it's kind of a crosswind. You know what I mean? It's mostly coming from one direction, but kind of from the other. I don't know. It still don't make much sense.
Yeah, they both say I've got a crosswind from the left at 6 knots.
That simply cannot be. Yeah, I've got a 6-knot crosswind from runway 11 and an opposite crosswind on the other. So at least that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll bet it's just got to catch up with the weather report from there.
Right. Since you're doing real weather, it might get confused in between when it's loading one and the other.
Okay. Well, when I hit the weather chart up, the weather option in the EFB, it does tell me there's an 8-knot wind from 160 degrees.
Ooh.
So it is picking
that's not too
something
bad. It would help if it was a longer runway, but that's still not too awful bad. It's just beautiful evening here in Australia. I'm not sure what the time is in real life here. I think it's kind of early in the morning.
1:19 p.m. on
Okay, just early afternoon.
Saturday. Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, that's in Sydney.
Very cool. I tell you what, having your sweet Australian accent is really putting me in the mood to fly around Australia. This is great.
That's the authenticity.
Uh-huh.
Can I guess your accent? Is it Canadian?
No, close. Michigan. A lot of people have accused me of being Canadian because I say "a" and "buddy" all the time. Yeah, I'm
Take
close.
off, eh?
I can throw a rock and hit Canada.
Yeah, I can walk and hit Canada.
Yeah, Coast is even closer to Canada than me over there in Buffalo. So, El Gusto, what side of the road do you guys drive on around here?
Oh, everyone's on the left.
Everyone's on the left. All right. Righto.
That's the same with New Zealand as well, and Indonesia. I think a lot of Asia.
Yeah, I noticed Japan, Philippines, Indonesia, even Papua New Guinea. They were all on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
That's weird too. I mean, when you go to Europe, it's a bit of a crapshoot, you know. And of course, like Great Britain is on the left, and a lot of other countries are on the left, but Germany is on the right. It's weird. I grew up in Germany. My dad was in the service. He was a Army helicopter pilot. And I grew up in Germany.
Wow.
And so I was just kind of used to the right side of the road as well, you know. I think a lot of people think that Germany drives on the left, but they do not.
No, all of Europe. I think the United Kingdom is the only one that drives on the left.
I think there might be more than that, but it's not. Yeah, most of them are on the right for sure. Like, I don't know, France. It seems like France would be on the left-hand side too, just to be that way.
No, it's on the right. All of it's on the right.
Oh, really?
Spain, Italy, Austria, Switzerland. And then when you go even east, into Russia and those Balkan states, it's all right-hand side.
Oh, yeah. I think that would confuse the hell out of me if I was in England. It's like just stepping off the curb, I would have a problem looking the wrong way.
I remember when I went with my father. He was on a business mission to Europe, and he brought Mum and my brother. We all went, and he got this nice car to go driving in Europe, and he booked it in Italy. And then as soon as he went out to like the main road, he went straight to the left, and then he was like, "Whoa!" And then it was like that.
Yep. They're shaking their fist at him. Crazy tourist. You would think that they probably have that issue all the time, I'm guessing. I don't know. And I know, like, when an American goes over to Great Britain and rents a car, although, like, having the steering wheel on the right-hand side would be immediately a big indicator. As soon as you get in the car,
Nice
it would be
move.
like, oh,
Nice
yeah,
move.
okay, things are different here, you know.
Yeah, that adds a spanner to the works if you got the steering wheel on the other side as well.
Yeah, I'd be getting in the wrong side of the car all the time. Somebody would be
I-
like, get in, I'll drive us to the store. I'd be sitting in his lap.
I did that in Ireland.
In Ireland?
Yeah, for the first 5.5 seconds on the wrong side of the road, and that was
Oops.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Tell you what, if you're in Germany, you don't want to be on the Autobahn on the wrong side of the road, causing problems.
I don't think that's even possible. There's a huge barrier between both sides.
Yeah. Well, I saw my grandpa do it. And my grandpa's German. And it was like, yeah, I remember one of the times that our grandpa was like, hey, follow me, and I'll show you how to get to the place, you know. And the whole family was in the car, you know, my family was in the car. And he was in the car in front of us. And he got on the freeway in the wrong direction. You know, a really old guy, you know, he was confused and did the wrong thing. But we're all like, we were terrified. We're like, oh my God, Grandpa's going to die. You know, this is terrible. And he drove the whole way on the wrong side of the freeway. It was crazy. Never got pulled over or nothing. And we got done. We're like, dude, what are you doing? You were on the wrong side. He's like, oh, I was? I'm like, oh, man. He's German. He should know better than that. But yeah, it's not easy to do, but he did it.
I think it's just the initial adjustment.
Yeah. Switching CDI over to VOR so I can see that runway. Oh yeah, we're super close to being straight in over here. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn to the right to a heading of 130. And by the time we get to the airport, I should be lined right up. Rolling to 85 out, and this is our final leg. It's always sad when it's over. Kenny just likes the 80s bands out of Australia, like Men at Work and NXS. I agree. Those are two good bands for sure. One of my favorite bands was Midnight Oil. You guys remember them? Apparently
Yeah,
they're still
sure.
apparently they're still together. I don't know, they're still doing music, but man, I used to really like them guys. And not just they, over here in the States, I think they had one big hit, something about when the world is burning or something like that. I forget what the name of the song was, but I bought that album and every song was good. Every single song was awesome, not just the one that made the radio. It was pretty
I think it was World is Turning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Burning. Yeah.
I won that album. I listened to a radio contest at
Oh,
about
yeah?
3 o'clock in the morning.
Up at
Bed-
3
beds are-
a.m. winning albums.
Beds are burning.
Yeah, that's what Kenny says.
Burning.
Well, I worked security. I was a security guard when I was in college, so I worked midnight to 8 in the morning. So
So
I
you
had
were
nothing
burning
to do
that
but
midnight oil.
just sitting at a desk doing homework, listening to the radio.
Sounds like a job.
Yeah, the
for me.
lead singer's name's Peter Garrett.
Yeah, the tall bald guy.
Yes, Peter
Yeah.
Garrett. He left the band maybe about 15 years ago and said, "We're never going to get back together." And then he went into politics, and then he was on the green side of everything.
Mhm.
And then
It sounds like he would be.
yeah, and then the public just had a big backlog say, "Get out of politics, mate. Go back to music."
They just didn't like
and,
him. Didn't appreciate him for what he was doing. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
That
And then he
does
said
remind
to
me.
the band, he came crawling back, and then they were like, "Yeah, let's go back to music."
Now
But that was a
I-
little hiatus, but everything just went wrong.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I do remember somebody mentioned earlier the Big Pineapple. I think it was Warthog says he lives near the Big Pineapple. And yeah, when I was doing research while I was making that video, they did mention that recently, I don't know, at the time it was like 2014 or 2015 or something like that, but Midnight Oil had their big reunion concert at the Big Pineapple. The Big Pineapple has they got a big stadium there, not a big stadium, but at least an amphitheater where they can have shows and stuff. And so Midnight Oil had their big reunion concert at the Big Pineapple, which was cool.
Yeah, I think he did. I mean, it's such a huge country, as you can see. So he was doing a national tour, but that involves a lot of logistics and driving. And I think that would have been like halfway up from Sydney up to Brisbane into Queensland, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
What's the Nova from Brisbane?
I'm not sure
Brisbane?
where Nova Wing was from. Somewhere up there. Was it Brisbane?
Yeah, I thought it was Brisbane because I used to talk to he used to say it.
Right. Yeah.
What's
I think
the
you might
band
be
called?
right about that.
Oh, he's another pilot, virtual pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're
right, cool.
Yeah, he used to hang around here all the time. He's got a halfway successful flight sim channel going on called Nova Wing 24. He does reviews and, he's successful enough to where all the companies send him stuff to check out. That kind of is pretty good.
Yeah,
does a
he
good job.
started with us and it was here first.
Yeah. And we're talking 14 years ago. He started flying with us. And then 14 years ago, he had the idea, maybe I should make a channel. And he did, and he started rather early. And yeah, big success. A super nice guy, too. Of course, y'all know I met him in person. He came up here. He's got a girlfriend that lives right here in Michigan. And traveled all the way across the world to come hang out with his girlfriend in Michigan. And I went and had dinner with those guys. It was great.
That's a nice story.
Y'all might notice we're only about 41 miles out, so we're getting rather close. I'm going to prepare to descend down to 2,000. And, within somewhere in the next couple miles, I'm going to slowly descend down to 2,000. It's not a big hurry.
It's going to feel nice to land for once.
Sorry, Co, say again?
I haven't landed yet, you remember? I've been in the air all this time.
Oh, right.
I still haven't figured out how to see you guys on the EAV, or whatever the heck the thing is.
I think that's
Right.
just a glitch because when I rebooted my computer and came back in, now I don't see anybody on the EFB either. I see your name tags, but on the EFB, they're not there. I see the AI traffic, but I don't see you guys on there now.
Yeah, we have a nice big group tonight. I am loving this. Very cool. And I'm not even kidding a little bit, Coast, that having you back up in the skies with us really made my day. That is amazing. It's been too long. Like you said, it's been over a year. You're back up in the sky.
Actually, it was May of last year, so it's 11 months, but who's counting?
Yeah, you were pretty busy last year with stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That was for sure.
I was out of commission for almost 6 months.
Oof. Pilots, I'm dropping down 2,000. Huh. I have a message I've never seen on my CNIMU panel. Instrument 1 radial degraded. Don't know what that means. But I did notice, well, it's gone now. Well, kind of. I noticed on my directional heading, my directional indicator had a little red spot on it. Now the red spot's in the middle. It was on the outside. I never saw that before. Who knows what in the world's trying to tell me there? As long as it ain't telling me I'm falling out of the sky, I'm good. Yeah, Kineas mentions other bands like Ice House. I think I kind of remember them. I'm not sure I knew they were from Australia. Electric Blue.
Yeah, the Aussie as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
Oh, there's
Firehouse. They were
ACDC, don't
American.
forget them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good bands coming. Well, I mean, America's obviously leading the way, but Aussies are not. We pack punch for the amount of people we have.
Right. Well, the only ones I can think of really are, I mean, besides individual artists, but back in the 80s, there was quite a few. Like I said, NXS was huge. You know, real huge. Up until that dude had his accident. They were a big band. And I remember when they first came out, nobody knew how to say
Michael
it.
Hutchins. Yeah.
Nobody knew how to pronounce the name. They would
Someone
call them
smacked him
Inks.
in the head.
Yeah.
And he fell down and on the gutter, and it nailed his hearing in I think it was his left ear, and then he couldn't properly perform after that. And that was when everything just went downwards for INXS.
That was the INXS dude, huh?
Lead singer Michael Hutchins. Yeah, I don't know how he got in a
Michael
fight.
Hutchins, that's the name.
Guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of a big deal back in the day. Back in the 80s, man, all the girls liked him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking down here and I'm seeing all the trees with the color change going on. And I forget that it's fall for you guys. You guys are getting ready for winter around here. It's crazy.
Yeah, but still we don't have much of a winter in Sydney anyway. It'll probably, like in the middle of winter, the coldest it will get would probably be 0, and that ends in the middle of the night.
Right. Just enough to freeze, just barely.
Yeah, but during the day, in the middle of winter, it might pop up. This is Celsius. It would pop up to maybe 10 or 11 or something like that.
I've had enough winter for 1 year, that is for sure. This was a doozy of a winter. I'm a good old Michigan boy. I've lived here ever since I was 10 years old. Before that, I lived in Germany. And they have, the weather in Germany is kind of a lot like Michigan. You know, I mean, they get the 4 seasons, the animals around there are the same as there are in Michigan, the foliage, everything. It really visually reminds me of Michigan. But, you know, moved to Michigan here, and we get these, the winters are a little extra. This year it was super extra, and in all the years I've lived here, this is one of the worst I've seen. This was not a good winter. It just wouldn't quit. Just kept going. It wouldn't snow for a day. It would snow for a week,
Well, we're essentially right around the corner from each other as things go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Usually a couple days after we get it here, we send it over your way, and you're going to get it there, too.
We get the same weather you get no matter what. It's the way the wind goes.
Yeah. Pilots, we're only about 13 miles out, so be aware of your speed. I'm dropping down to 200 at the moment.
It seems like you get annoyed with the winter.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, I was just saying it seemed like you're really annoyed with the winter. Well, I just came back about 10 days ago from a ski holiday in Japan. I was hunting for the winter and the snow mountains.
I know a couple people that go to Japan for the winter. Some of them go skiing and stuff. It sounds really nice.
Winter's
Yeah, but
good
what's the difference for you?
Winter's good for a week or two. It's not good for 5 or 6 months.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a good old Michigan boy. I don't generally mind the winter that much, but this year I did. This year I'm over it. I'm ready for some good warm weather. When it's nice around here, it is the most beautiful place in the world. It is absolutely beautiful. For about 4 months. For 4 months out of the year, it is the best place you've ever been. The rest of the time, it's kind of cold.
You know, Laser, we're pretty close to your weather here during the summer too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's a really nice place to be in the summer.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Upstate New York is just known for its beauty. All right, it is giving me a bit of a terrain warning, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that too much. Only 8 miles out, so I've got other things I need to worry about, such as flaps and gear and all the other good stuff. I'm going to drop her down to 145. I should see that runway, but I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. Oh, there it is. Yeah. All right, going gear down.
You set up for runway 29er?
I think we're setting up for runway 11.
1-1.
Yeah, runway 11.
11's good enough for me.
Yeah, like a 29er must be coming in off the ocean. Alrighty, got a good approach going on here. Looking good. Alrighty, what am I? 3 miles out. Don't forget that auto throttle. Remember, this is a little bigger runway than that last one. We shouldn't have too many issues. This bay that's in front of us, that is the bay that Captain Cook crashed his ship.
So he was cooked, huh?
He crippled his ship, that's for sure. That's why, like I said, I believe this is called Endeavor Bay, because that was the name of his ship.
It's quite amazing that he managed to get with no navigation or you know, like GPS or radar or anything like that, managed to get through the Great Barrier Reef and dodge all those slightly submerged coral reefs,
Yeah,
and even made the land.
he was
Like,
lucky
it's
to make it as far
incredible.
as he did.
Yeah.
Apparently, he did right offshore here. He hit something, and that's why they need to come ashore make repairs.
They probably took down almost all their sails and just left up a couple sails. Were used slow.
Yeah, well, he said one of the things they did, or at least the article I read, one of the things that they did after they crashed the ship, they had to jettison all of their stuff on board to get as light as possible, because they wanted to get the holes in the ship above the water line. So they dumped everything they could overboard, and that's why to this day, the harbor here and the natural harbor, it's full of stuff like cannons and cannonballs and just anything heavy they chucked overboard. And that's why still to this day people will find parts of his ship just out in the bay.
Yeah, it's
Pull up over
amazing.
here right next to you, Bob.
Luck there as well, I think.
There's a lot of what there?
Luck.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
just there's no one knew where the reefs were. There were no maps or anything of the reefs. Yeah.
This thing does not like to taxi sometimes. Other times it's perfect, but sometimes it's like, gosh, I just want to turn a little and it won't. Pull up right here next to my buddy Bob.
I'm not sure I can make it. I've just run out of fuel, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Is there a way I can somehow load it up or something?
Well, if you pause the game, there's a toggle under assistances that gives you unlimited fuel. Click that and you'll be back in action.
I can reload through the top.
Yeah, you can reload.
Yeah, reload through the top.
EFB.
Oh, you can do it while you're in the air from the EFB?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes,
cool.
it's payload and fuel, right?
That's all.
Yeah, just adjust the fuel part though.
Hey, Mia.
It says 30%.
Yeah.
I like how that CJ4 fits right underneath our wing. That beautiful Blackbird logo going. This bird shut down here. Sure does get loud once you start opening up them doors.
Yeah, I I had to reload my Blackbird sim entirely, but now I can open my pilot window. Can you still not open yours? Before it wouldn't
let me
open.
check. Let's see here. Let me get this the ramp down first. Well, let's see here. I know I couldn't do it last week. It works now. You know, what is
Yeah,
the deal
mine
with
does.
that? How does that work? Because
Don't
there
know.
wasn't an update. How did it not work last week, but it works this week? And it didn't work for both of us. Now
know.
everything works fine. That's weird. It's just weird. Okay, let's get these. Hopefully my ramp is down. Okay, ramp is down. Shut off these engines.
Hey, Coaster, you still airborne? Oh, I see.
Apparently.
Yeah, I see your name tag over there on the other side of the trees.
Now, one thing I notice when I'm walking around my aircraft, it always shuts my door.
You can reopen it though. I don't know if it'll stay open, but you can reopen it from
Yeah,
outside.
it won't stay open. Yeah, I've tried it. And if I walk up to it and click it to open it, it puts me inside the aircraft.
What? Mine doesn't.
Mine does. Yeah, watch this. I'll go up until it says door. Let's see here. Just here we go. Door. Come on. Can't seem to find the perfect spot for it. Yeah, it opens the door. Oh, it just opens it. Alright. I guess what I did last time, instead of clicking on that handle, I clicked on the door itself. And then it opens it and puts you inside. I didn't notice that handle next to it. Okay, there you go. Click that down, everything's fine. Okay, neat. Just love these dirty 30s, man. And the regular C-130 the regular old, the Captain Sim C-130. That's a pretty nice airplane. I don't want to start dishing it now that I've got something I like more. I've always liked that Captain Sim C-130 a lot. But this is better.
I changed my clothes. Wearing my civilian clothes today. I got a.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm wearing my Sunday school clothes here. It looks like.
Go see what you're wearing.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to make it to the final airport. Sorry.
Well, you're not looking
You
like
running
he's
out
ready.
of gas?
Yeah, I did. I was trying to work out how to manually do it. I need to work out how to do that in 2024. But anyway, that was a really enjoyable flight. But yeah, I'm in the trees. Might do a little bit of a walk or something.
Oh no.
It's a long walk to the airport.
Well, you just missed the airport, not by much. I see you in the trees over there.
Are you wearing a white shirt with the captain epaulets? White shirt and a tie?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's what it's showing you. Yes.
That's
I
I
wanna
see
know.
you wearing a green jacket with a white shirt underneath.
Nope, that's not what I got. Well, they can't even get that right. Come on now.
No, I'm wearing that T-shirt from what was that? Stranger Things, Camp Nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I said
Okay, I
last
see
week,
yours. Oh yeah,
I
didn't
chose
even
it
see
just
that.
because it says 85, and that's the year I graduated high school. So I would have fit right in with those Stranger Things kids.
Maybe because I don't see that shirt in the normal setup, so you may have it because you have downloaded that Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's
Gang.
probably what it was. I not only did I do it, but I completed the missions. Maybe you don't get it until you complete the missions.
Man, it's got me looking like looking almost like an Asian dude there from your streamer. That's
Let's see. Look at Kineas has one too. He's got the cool Hellfire Club T-shirt. That was you remember the long-haired rock and roll kid from Stranger Things? Played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. That's a cool shirt. I like that. And Mr. Newbie coming around down here.
Well, thank you for an enjoyable flight. I'll see you next time.
It was very nice meeting you, buddy. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Like I said, when we get, well, now that we're in Australia, it's nice to have an Aussie with us to tell us what's going on.
Sure. Looking forward to it. Well, have a nice evening.
yeah, you too.
Yep, take care, buddy. Got Mia over here checking out the airplane. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Mia look like a female. Like I said, they don't do a very good job with the characters. It's almost like they're random or something.
Yeah, isn't it pretty good how that he can do that stuff standing on his head?
Ooh, look at this fancy PC-24. Love that paint job. Kind of brushed metal. Almost chrome, but it's not shiny enough to be chrome. Pretty cool.
I'm down on some strip next close to this, but not that one.
Oh, yeah, I don't see your name tag here anywhere.
I'm down in the woods.
Down in the woods.
Like that's a new thing for me.
Well, that's a good place to be.
So you're calling down in the woods an airstrip?
Right now I am.
Okay.
Yep, I thoroughly enjoyed myself tonight, that is for sure. But we got off to a little bit of a late start tonight, and we were running behind pretty much the whole time. I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream right here, guys and girls. It was a pleasure, as always. I'm glad to be here in Australia now. And next week, next Friday at the same time, we're taking off out of here, out of Cooktown. And we're going to continue following the coast of Australia, clockwise, and yeah, should be a good time. When we get down to New Zealand, we're going to jog over and check that out a little bit, and hopefully don't get orked or hobbited, but we'll have a good time doing that too. Anyway, thanks for indulging me tonight, guys, and it's always a pleasure flying with everybody, and please, anyone who wants to join us, do that. All the information's in the stream, and we'll see everybody next time. Bye now.